Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If I got my timing right with this video, Happy New Year. I hope you guys all had a fantastic Christmas, enjoyed yourselves with friends and family, stayed safe and kept out of trouble, and the guys working. I hope you guys had a good time and enjoy yourselves when you get home, if you're not home yet. This video, continuing on with the truck, I have got parts coming for the coupe. That's a different story altogether. But I've got some guards, brackets, I've got lights still that have to go on this thing, so I'm going to get straight into working this out. So just as an idea of what we're working with, you can see the guards are slightly bigger diameter than the wheels, so it doesn't quite match the curve well, but it blends in and it's not too bad. It is, however, sitting against the leaf spring on this side. It's not too bad that side. So I might chuck the other one on and just check the overall width. I'd rather not trim anything out of the inside. They're the same both ways around. I'd rather not trim anything on here just because of that's a little bit of strength in the plastic. But when you see the brackets, which are the same as semi trucks, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. It doesn't look too weird on it. Again, this is temporary, but I still want it to look good while it's in its temporary guise. But I'll sit the other one on there, we'll have a look, and I'll get the brackets out and work out what's going on there. So there I've got 2355. The tray that just came off it was just over 2400. So that's not too bad. I might take just a little bit off around where the leaf springs are to get them in sitting a bit closer, just to tuck them in. So again, these are the brackets. These are standard guard brackets for all the big trucks. Kind of overkill for this, but it is the easiest way to mount these tidily. I wasn't sure if they were going to be black or shiny, but shiny it is. I was really hoping there'd be some bolts in there with these. These are really easy. They've got a, if you can see that in there, a pocket in there, bolt through there, and that just goes up against the chassis. And the shape of them allows you to move them around to get the right placement for the guards. These are the brackets themselves. Which do have bolts. They just slip over and bolt to the guards. Easy as. The problem is finding a place to mount this on the chassis. So I might just degrease those and then have a look at the truck. I was kind of hoping this wouldn't be the case, but with the shape of these things, and I want them reasonably low on the guards. I also have to keep them away from the leaf springs. So at the moment, it looks like the only real option is to take these off. I don't need those there. They're for the overload springs, but the 4 holes on them, one of these top two will be perfect for what I need. I just have to remove these things. And anyone that's ever removed any heavy factory brackets, like the spring brackets, the cross members, anything from F100, so I did it on that F100 when I was cutting up that chassis, removing cross members, anything like this, they're all riveted on. And they're very, very tight in the chassis. You've got to basically cut the heads off and part of the back. You can't, they're a bit hard to drill out, everything's hardened, so you've got to smash them out with a punch. But yeah, I've got to cut all 4 of those off now. So the brackets for the overload springs, they're gone, out of the way. Not a fun job at all. As you can see, a couple of them took a little bit of effort to get off. They're just stuck solid to the chassis rails. But I've cleaned those up, drilled out the holes that I want to use. I've gone up to a M16 bolt. I found a stash of those somewhere. I don't know what they're from, but they fit perfectly for what I need. Got this guard in place. I've got 2 sections of 40mm square RHS sitting under that guard to keep it off the tyre. I've got the guard leveled, so you can sort of see there that the guard is designed for a bigger diameter tyre, but that's the smaller guard. That's the smallest one they do in the truck one from where I got them from. So that's sitting there in place. These brackets here, the poles, they will need shortening. But what I'm going to do now is put them loosely in place, sit the plastic brackets that hold the guards on there, mark the holes, work out some dimensions, how long I want to cut these poles. Yeah, we'll get these poles on, get that sorted. It's the next day, back out in the shed. I gave up last night. Got a bit frustrated, so I got this guard on all sorted. That's sweet, that's all done. Started on the other side and realized that I only had 7 brackets for the guards, where I need 4 for each one, so I need 8. When I brought them, the brackets were all thrown in the box by the parts guy. I didn't think to check them, and that was a couple of weeks ago. They've been sitting here, and yeah, I'm short 1 bracket, and I need the brackets to sit the guards on properly and get the poles in the right place. So yeah, I prepped that guard. That one's got all the holes drilled. It's got 3 of the brackets bolted on. The poles are loosely bolted to the truck. But tomorrow morning I've got to shoot down. It's about a 25-minute drive each way into traffic. It takes up a bit of my day just to go get a $15 bracket. So it's frustrating, but it's on me. I should have checked. That's on top of, I ordered some parts for the coupe, and the water pump for the supercharger, for the cooler on the supercharger. I've ordered that. I got that through eBay, through a reputable seller. And when the box arrived the other day, the box had the brackets in it for the pump, but there was no pump, and it was the pump box. So I got onto them straight away, and they're sending a replacement pump out to me. I can't get my head around why that box, they're kind of the middleman, that box has come into their warehouse and that pump's been taken out of the box, and then the box has come to me. I can't, yeah, that's sort of a bit mind-boggling for me. But yeah, it's been a frustrating couple of days with parts. This morning I stopped at U Pull It, and which is a pick apart wreckers here in Adelaide, for those that don't know. And I had a look at the commercial vehicle section and the 4-wheel drives in that, and I picked up, it's sitting outside at the moment, I picked up a tow bar for this that I want to modify for this truck, 4-wheel drive dual cab tow bar, so it's rated to tow my car trailer with my car on it. But it's going to be modified anyway to suit this, so I'll go into that when I get there. But I've been collecting some stuff. So because I can't do the guards, I'm going to move on to the next thing that I want to do, which is what I've been wanting to do for the last 2 videos. I'm excited to get these in. I've got a pair of headlights here. I'm replacing the headlights, but to get the full effect of these headlights, the wiring on this truck's old. So I'm replacing the plugs, doing a bit of wiring from the fuse box, putting some relays in, some other bits and pieces. So I'm going to get started on that. I'll do the wiring, and then I'll have a look at those headlights. Let's get on with that. Guards are on, they're all bolted up tight, they're all sorted. Happy with how those came out. The guards are a little bit wider than I'd like they come inwards a little bit wider, but I can't narrow them. There is a way to hide that. And something this truck, if it's got those guards and it's looking like this, something it really needs in that box right there. So we'll open those up and we'll have a look. So I just grabbed these off eBay. I think you've all pretty much straight away figured out what's inside here. It just had to be done. I couldn't have those guards, those dual wheels hanging out there looking like that, and not have some old school forward bud flaps. So it's about 9 o'clock at night. I've just got the floodlights on out the front here. I've been talking about doing the headlights on the truck for the last 2 videos. I've been really keen to do those. They're aftermarket headlights. They're not straight replacement ones. They kind of are, but they're a little bit different. So I've got the truck outside, so I can, when it gets completely dark, I can turn these lights off and I can compare the factory H4 headlights, sealed beams, to the ones that are going in against the wall of the shed. So we get the full effect of what's actually going on with these headlights. But while we're waiting for it to get a little bit darker, I'll go back inside and I'll get these headlights and we'll have a look at what they actually are. So for a long time, I've been wanting to upgrade the headlights in the coupe and moving away from the H4 sealed beams and the halogen lights, something a lot better. And for the F100 as well, I want to upgrade everything, and now I've got the big truck sitting out here. There's a lot of LED headlights on the market, 7-inch round LED headlights on the market, but a lot of them to me look like four-wheel drive spotlights, multiple LED lights, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not mine. It's not something I'd put in something like an old muscle car like the coupe, which is sitting just here, and the F100. It's just not what I'm into. I'll want something that looks pretty much factory. There's not a whole lot out there, but I've been following these guys on Instagram for quite a while now. I'll put a link in the description for the Instagram and all their socials. Bangin without the G. So Bangin Headlights, I've been following those guys for a while, and I've been talking to Damo. So George, who I haven't met, George started the company, he created these lights, and Damo works for George. And I caught up with Damo a while ago, well, actually recently in WA when I was traveling for work, and grabbed a pair of headlights off him. So while they do halo headlights with the ring around the outside, the indicators, they do various LED ones. The one I've gone for, which will appeal to most of you guys, is the retro 7-inch. So at a glance, it looks like a factory Falcon headlight. They're 7-inch, so they fit anything which is with 7-inch, which is pretty much everything. They also do a 5-inch. It's either 5 or 5.5, which is like HQ Premier, all the American GTOs, that sort of thing, with twin headlights. And they even do I believe it's a 4x6 or a 4x5 square headlight or rectangle headlight now, which is what the DeLorean uses, believe it or not. If you look at their social media, they'll have everything that they do on there. Very big with the Mustang guys over in the States, with the early Mustang guys. But if you look closely in there, park light, but it's a LED projector, and it all fits inside a factory-sized housing. There's a fan in there even that keeps this thing cool, but the fact that it's a projector headlight and it fits inside a factory-sized housing, that's pretty damn cool. It has the tabs on it which match the lugs on the factory headlight. So this is a direct replacement for your factory H4 headlights. 5-minute job if nothing has been changed in the truck. So if you've got a standard car, this will go straight in. Very easy. I have had the headlights out in the truck while I was replacing the headlight relays and the plugs, all the wiring. So it's clean in there, it's come apart easily. I've had a look in there, so I know what to expect. But this is literally a 5-minute job to replace these. And if you watch the guys' videos, when they've got customers coming to George's house, I believe, changing the headlights, 5-minute job. So it's pretty dark outside now. I'm going to do a comparison with the factory headlights, the H4s. I'll turn off the floodlights, put down the roller door, and we'll have a look at the light beam from the H4, high and low. And then we'll do a quick headlight replacement, and we'll have a look, see how good these things are. So it's not entirely dark. It probably won't be for another couple of hours, but it's almost 9 o'clock now. But I've got things to do, so I'm going to get this done, and you can see how dark the wall is there. So you've seen from the outside looking at the truck, high and low, well, low then high. So I'll turn the camera around, put it up against the wall, and we'll have a look at the factory beams on this thing. So that's the original low beam. Very, very dull light. Quite spread out, no distinctive patterns. High beam is much the same. Very, very spread out pattern. Not that great. So yeah, factory headlights, very indistinct pattern, not overly bright. That's with relays, new wiring and everything. It's what we're used to, it's what we've been putting up with for years, us guys with old cars and trucks. So I'm going to change these now. I don't need much light for this, and it won't take me long at all. And I'll get those swapped over, and then we'll have a look at the difference. Headlights themselves, so simple, quick and easy. Driver's side, the chrome ring that holds the headlight in place, that the way that ring is joined at the top is sort of crimped or soldered. That split, so I had to do a quick repair on that. And this side, I spent more time trying to line up the 3 screws in the housing in the bucket than I did replacing the actual headlight. But now those are in, let's have a look at what they look like. So that's the low with the new headlights. You can see the very distinct pattern on the ground. I think I might need to adjust these up, but you can also see the line across the bottom of the doors here. Very, very distinct line across. The truck is only 5, maybe 9 meters, if that, away from the door, but you can already see how brighter it is, and just the distinct outline instead of just a dull glow basically on the ground. We'll have a look at high beams. Again, the truck is quite close to the doors, so the spread isn't, or probably won't be, that great. So yeah, I do need to adjust these headlights up. So that's the high beam with the new headlights. Again, you've still got the low spread there with the distinct lines across the bottom of the door. Bit of a spread on the door, not such a dull blurred light, I guess you could say. The truck is again only maybe 8 to 9 meters away from the door, so the further back I go, the spread should be better. But overall, I'm very happy with those compared to what it was. Well worth the upgrade, I think. So I think with a proper headlight adjustment, getting the levels right and everything, and actually getting it out on the road so you can see properly the beam spread and everything, I think they're quite impressive for what they are. And again, they look like a factory headlight. When the lights are on and the truck's off, you can just hear the little fan inside running. It's pretty cool how they've managed to get everything inside that factory size housing. But I'm impressed, I'm very impressed. So thank you, Damo, for reaching out and having a chat, and George for the product. They also come with a bunch of stickers, cool stickers. I'll be putting one of those on the back window of the truck and the hoist, probably the first sticker on the hoist, and air freshness. That'll be it for this video. I'm pretty much out of time. Got the guards done, I'm very happy with those. Got the mud flaps on, they're cool. I've started on a tow bar. I don't know if that was in any of the videos, but I have been working quietly in the background on a very heavy duty tow bar for this thing, which is going to have my lights and everything on it. So next is putting the tail lights on those, complete welding that tow bar up. We'll have a look at that after. I don't really want to get into that too much. Running the wiring to the back. That's pretty much it for road stuff. I still want to do the windscreen. I've got to fix the driver's window, and I've probably got to I should source some seat belts for this. It's got lap belts and they haven't been used in a very long time. They're trash. So I've got to upgrade the seat belts on these. And a horn button. That's next as well. So that'll be the next truck stuff. I do have over the back there's a new PWR box for the coupe sitting over there. That's arrived. So I think the next one will probably be on the coupe. I'm probably going to look at the supercharger water system on this thing. We'll get back into some coupe content because I'm keen to get into that. I'm very happy how the truck's coming along. It's taking a little bit of time, some big jobs, but it's very cool and I'm enjoying it. I've also got, sitting in the cab, I've got a new set of leads, rotor, dizzy cap. I've got to get plugs for it, and that carb desperately needs a tune. It's chugging away there. So I think between plugs, leads and that should make a bit of a difference. The comments on the last video, thank you very much for those, guys. It does mean a lot when you get kind words from people. I had one of you message me on Facebook and saying, good job, well done, thanks for saying that. That does mean something. So it's not the usual thing I'll do on YouTube, but it is, that kind of stuff does mean a lot to me. And you guys coming back in the comments and saying similar things back to me, that does mean a lot and it does help. I do really appreciate that, and I know other people reading that appreciate those comments as well. So I know you guys, from the people I've met and the people who have spoken to me and messaged me, I know you guys are a really good bunch of guys. So we'll keep that up. Thanks for that, guys. Also, the comments about these split rims, I am aware of the Widowmaker thing that comes along with these. I do want to upgrade the wheels. For now, it's just a budget thing. I just want to keep this thing relatively original and tidy and drive it and spend money on the coupe and then the F100, and then later modify stuff on the truck. Not a whole lot. I'd like to keep it kind of original, but if I can change the rims and do a few other things and paint the rims properly, I'll do that. But yeah, for now it's just a budget issue. I think it was Louis mentioned changing the wheelbase on this thing and loading it weight on there. I think it's pretty good as it is, but like you say, with the winch and everything, it does move the car back a little bit. I am looking at that. I've got to try and work out what I can do with tail shafts. I don't want to go to 3 tail shafts. I'm going to look at seeing if I can get a longer front tail shaft, because it's a 2-piece tail shaft. I've got to look at what the trucks with the big wheelbase came with and see if I can use parts from other trucks. And I'll move that diff back a couple of feet, or 1 or 2 feet. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. It's all down to budget for the truck. I don't want to spend too much money on it, and I'd like to keep it original. I just want to get that one on the road safe and throw my money at the coupe. I want that sorted and running. I am missing that car, something chronic, and I need to drive that car. That's my happy place. That's what keeps me sane. Working on these things is really cool and keeps my brain active, keeps my mind off other things, keeps me in a good place. But driving this thing is where it's at for me. So, and it will be for these other two as well. But they'll get there. Again, thank you very much for the comments. Thanks for coming back and watching the videos again. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you're all going well. And I will talk to you again real soon, hopefully about this one. Cheers, guys.